Mike Stadler here with the Obsession, Rush Outdoors, Wisconsin. May 30, Memorial Day. Carl's here with me today. We're going to plant my corn today. This is a field we showed. This is my big cornfield plot that we always have here. We've been kind of putting back in this inside corner. Planted a bunch of big pine trees around here. You can see a couple of them in the background. We got a ladder stand tucked up in that corner now. We're going to stake off basically where our brassica plot is going to be here. So it's going to be hidden inside the corn. Nice little inside corner. We're going to put 3 of them in this 7-acre field all the way down. So one on this end, one in the middle, one all the way to the far end, basically to segregate our deer, make them feel safe. They come through this little tunnel here behind me out of the CRP field here next to us. So we used to have a lot of big bucks that came out of this corner when I first bought the property, but then somebody built a house back here. It was me, but so it hindered it a little bit now. So we've been planting big trees and lining this field back off. So they've been starting to feel comfortable coming back in here. So windy today, we're going to do this, then we're going to plant this cornfield, and then we're going to go down into the bottom and show you what we're going to do with that. Windy today, so stick around. To mark this off, it's basically like a 40-yard swoop from the stand in the corner. This will be edged all the way around the corn, and then this will be a green brassica plot that we'll put in later. We left a small, about a 4 or 5 foot trail right behind Carl to the edge of the woods to this, so that the deer can walk this edge, which we like that also, and we can still get behind it with an ATV if we have to get to these spots, and maybe to drag a deer out, which would be even better. So we're here, still in that big cornfield where we're going to put those 3 plots in. So back here you can see the flags behind me. Now we're going to circle these little plots in there. There's a stand up there that I actually popped in last year. And then off to the side is the chute, we call it. That goes up to the top where there's another campsite plot. And then down into the bottom, they like to go up and down. We're going to leave, like we were saying, 4 or 5 feet along the edge open. We're going to trim back a lot of these trees and hang a couple of mock scrapes on each one of them and force them in to use those right at the corners of the plots. So should be pretty good. Segregate our does. I know there's some good bucks I had on the property, and there's always good bucks around here. There's one in particular that we would like to shoot out of here. It was JJ's, a great big 8. He was about 150 incher last year, and he made it. Of course, he dropped his sheds across the street, but he is still alive. So that's one of them that we'll be after on this property. So see what happens. These are some of these bigger pine trees we planted last year. And this is our big field here, which we've been showing you that we're in. So I've been lining this field off, trying to enclose it, which my wife does not care for, but I don't care. This is for hunting. So, but these trees are doing really well. Out there then we have another 2 rows that we actually planted as saplings in 2018. So eventually there'll be 3 rows of pines covering in this field. We'll just make it ideal. We put 6 more in this line behind Carl about a week ago, and I have another 20 that are coming that we'll be putting in a few weeks. So that'll get us close to the edge. So we like trees, are growing good. We got a couple inches of rain the other day. They said they're really starting to take off now. So structure and cover, that's what we want. Planter. This is a planter that I actually made. I bought 2 of them and made one out of the 2. And before I had the tractor, we actually made an attachment so we could pull with a 4-wheeler. But anyway, got it hooked up. I got a winch lift to pick it up and down. We're gonna get our corn in here, round up ready corn, and get planting this thing, and then move on down to the bottom, and then we'll show you what we're gonna do down there.
Make sure you save every fucking kernel, because that shit ain't cheap.
Tell me about it. $8,000 a bag. It's more expensive than gas. Thanks, Biden.
Big Joe.
Big Daddy Joe. We came down into my bottom plot. I've been showing you, I was down here the other day and I sprayed this off. You can see it's all dying off because we're going to plant corn. And then I walked up and here's the arrow from the buck I shot out here last year laying right on the ground. I must have ran it over 3 times. So it's good yet. So I'm showing these are some of the trees that I put in back here, trying to build a little structure and a barrier, especially once the leaves start dropping. We were just talking, I have a few more coming, we might stagger a few more in here. But anyway, we have a stand, straight across the plot on the south side. We have one on the east and one on the west. So what we had planned on doing is planting corn in here and bringing it wide at the bottom and up to kind of a point up closer to the stand in the woods there. Basically so that these bucks have to go up and around this corn to see what's on either side, making them move, i.e. walking by something, 1, 2, or 3 stands, depending upon your wind, you should be able to hunt this. So this has always been really productive down here. I think I've taken 4 bucks down here in this bottom. So we're just trying to make a move. Then the ends, we're going to end up putting brassicas on both ends too. So this plot's going to be good all year long when season starts. So we're going to show you that. We're going to mark this off, and then we got the corn planter down here. We've only broke it like 3 times. So we're doing pretty good today. Got a stand we're going to pop up in that corner too, so stick around. This is what the start of it is right here. May 30. This is the west end of this big kill plot. I cut this actually in here in 2018. This is an acre that's killed off right now. I got this stand here on this west end, and I specifically put it up to kill a deer I was hunting a couple years ago that I named Landlord. I got shot with a gun, which is great. But this stand is ideal to get in, if you have those goofy, northeast winds, east winds, like we've had a lot lately. And this corner is tight. They come actually out of the bedding here is straight up this way, and they make a lot of mock straights right through here too. So you can see our bottom flag there is where the edge of our corn row is going to be. And we're going to cut up and around to make these deer travel from one side to the other to see it. And no matter where they're going to go, you should have a shot at them if somebody's in one of these stands. And with the way we have these stands set up and where the bedding is right now, where we put it, you really should be able to hunt this on almost any wind. Obviously we'll get cameras in here to see what the travel is, in the next couple of months. But they like to come up out of this bottom, and they like to come actually straight behind Carl, and then all the way to that far east end is where they like to come out the most. So that's the plan. So we planted this corn down here in this bottom kill plot, like we were saying, to make the deer come up and around, see what's on both sides. And what we did on this outside edge here is we doubled it up. Not so much on the top side, but on the rows going long ways. That way we deter the deer from wanting to just walk straight through the corn to the other side. You know, they're going to take an easier path. Yes, will they go in there and eat? They'll go in there and eat, but they're going to want to come around right, nice and easy and look down. So this way they just can't come out of this bottom and see what's here, which is what they've done to me a lot of times in the past. I've had some really big bucks come out of this bottom. They look around just like you are right now on a camera and like, yeah, there's nothing there, and they're out of here. This way, you know, we can really make them move. This would be ideal now too for a decoy and calling, especially if you can get them out of the bottom. They're going to have to come up here to see it. You know, when they pop a corner, you could have a decoy sitting here, and that would be just, I don't know if it gets any better than that. So now we just got to wait, and then the rest of this will be brassicas eventually. So we've been with you all day here today, planting corn, setting up food plots, structure. This is that stand we were talking about. East end of the food plot that Carl's standing and filming right now. This is one of them where they come out of this corner down here, actually to the north of me, and we're going to come out and check this field. They do it every year. We got a mock scrape that hangs inside that. They may put up. They come out and check this. They can't see. They have to come up around right where Carl's standing. I mean, you're a 15-yard shot right now, so tuck back in here, good drop, real nice, comfy. So sun on my face, it's 90 degrees, getting ready for the season, baby.